you go.
Yeah.
Tasty Thursday, try it Thursday. I don't know how you want to call it, but we're here. Good evening. Hello,
Yeah.
Mme. Boucher. How's it going?
Great. How are you, Carl Boucher?
Doing great, doing great. We got a
Awesome.
lot on our plate today. A lot of cool thing, a lot of fun. So,
Totally. So this
yeah.
is the thing. So we had Tasting Tuesday, Try It Thursday. So today we're like, what? It's April Fool's, first of all. Did anyone get pranked?
You're telling me no.
Tell us if you got pranked or you pranked someone in the comments, because I would like Carl to tell us first what happened.
Yeah. So we're gonna say hi to everyone who's joining us here on Instagram. I want to say hi, everyone. Instagram, you guys have been so great to us. My mom just joined. Maman, bonsoir. Comment ça va? Un gros bec. Un gros bec to Victoriaville. Huh? Wow. Instagram is filling up pretty quickly, so that's awesome. Everyone on Instagram, thanks for joining us. It's a lot of fun. So we are also on our Facebook page, also on our new YouTube channel. So everyone is who's tuning in. We are working on our new YouTube channel. So we are all around of our social media platform here tonight. So it's pretty cool, pretty exciting. April Fools, c'est le 1er avril. Donc, c'est la belle journée des coups niaiseux qu'on appelle par chez nous en français. Bonjour tout le monde en français, la belle région de Québec, Montréal, Chicoutimi, Victoriaville, la région de l'Estrie. Un beau bonjour à tout le monde. Nos chums de Québec, la rive sud à Lévis, Pierre Nollet puis sa gang, un beau bonjour. Jean-Denis, si t'es avec nous autres, un beau bonjour. Donc, voilà une petite partie en français pour commencer. Everyone, in English, I hope everyone is doing well. April's Fools, yeah, you tell me, Mira Boucher. By 8 o'clock this morning, I was pranked 3 times. So, and if I didn't tell my boys that was enough, that was done for the day, it probably would have kept going and going and going all day long. So yes, what do we have on our glass today? I want to know, where are you tuning in? I'm here in Calgary, right in the mount, like on the foothill of the mountain in the prairies. We had a beautiful sunny day today, so it's still windy, but beautiful sunny day. What I have in my glass, I do have Spearhead Pinot Noir. This one, single vineyard from Summerland, BC. The Golden Retreat Pinot Noir 2018. That's what I have on in my glass. Yes. And so I'm from Calgary. I have a Pinot Noir from a winery from East Kelowna, from Spearhead Winery, and I was pranked 4 times before 8 o'clock this morning. And you guys want to know what was my prank today? How did I get pranked today? So let me start. I'm going to start in English and I'm going to translate it in French, because that's how my day started this morning. So I get the 3 boys come into my room. Last night we had a dinner, in-person wine dinner with Black Hills Estate at one of the top wine restaurants in Calgary. So we had a late night, not because I drink and I got smashed, but I got home late and I had a hard time to sleep. Anyway, 7 o'clock this morning, my boys came to my room. Dad, wake up! Dad, wake up! The car got stolen. The car got stolen. I'm like, what you guys are talking about? Yes, Mom's car is not in the driveway. I'm like, oh no, there you go. What the heck is that? So got up, put my shorts on, got out, and there's only one car in the driveway. I'm like, oh, there you go. Fantastic. Am I thinking that it's April 1st? No, I'm not thinking about that. So I turn around, try to grab the door handle to get in. Yeah, if you have seen Facebook, you've seen a door handle full of peanut butter. So awesome. Get my hands all in peanut butter. I'm like, are you kidding me? Now it's starting to click in here, right? Missing a car in the driveway, my hand in the peanut butter. I'm like, oh, there you go. Happy April Fool's, God. So my boys are laughing. So I walk in the home, and there we go. clock, walking on the full bin of Lego block. Yeah, right. How does it feel when you're socks class and you're walking on the full bin of Lego block? Awesome. And now you're not up. I was not up for more than 5 minutes. So it's been 3 times. I'm like, okay, you guys are done. I am so done with you guys. So after that, what I've done, I'm like, okay, I go wash my hands because guess what? My hands are full of peanut butter to wash my hands. And I go to get dressed. I open my drawer. None of my clothes are in my drawer. So they moved all of my clothes somewhere else. I'm like, oh, awesome. 4th time. And it's not even 7:30. So yeah, that's how my day started today. And I can hear in the back my wife, AKA my business partner, AKA the girl up here, laughing her ass off. And excuse my language here. But yeah. So she's accomplished because obviously it's not my 4-year-old didn't move the car out of the driveway. My 6-year-old did not move the missing car out of the driveway. My 12 years old, no, he did not move the car out of my driveway. So yeah, my wife did. So she was involved in all of that. So that's how my day started. Thank you very much, Mira Boucher. Happy prank day. So yeah. So how good is that, eh? So let me go in French just a little bit for people in French. So maintenant, comment ça a commencé cette journée du poisson d'avril pour moi? Je me suis fait truquer 4 fois avant 7h30 ce matin. Mais désolé, mes 3 gars sont venus me réveiller à 7h pour me dire que j'avais une voiture qui s'était fait voler. Il nous manquait une voiture dans l'entrée. Fait que je me lève, je m'en vais voir dans l'entrée. En effet, il y avait seulement qu'une voiture dans l'entrée. La voiture de ma femme était disparue. Bon, ça va bien. Fait que je pars pour rentrer dans la maison. Je me mets la main sur la poignée. Ouais, la poignée était remplie de beurre d'arachide. Ouais, beurre de peanut. La main dans le beurre de peanut. OK, là, je commence à penser. Ben oui, le 1er avril, la voiture qui me manque, la main dans le beurre de peanut. Je fais, ben voyons donc. OK. Fait qu'après ça, qu'est-ce que je fais? Je pars pour rentrer dans la maison. Eh non, les pieds dans un bac de blocs Lego. Ça fait pas mal, ça, quand t'as pas de bas d'un pied, hein? Ben oui, j'ai 2 pieds dans des blocs de Lego. Ça va bien, mon enfant. Là, je vais me laver les mains parce que j'ai mes mains pleines de beurre de peanut. Fait qu'après ça, je vais aller m'habiller. Je pars pour aller m'habiller, j'ouvre mes tiroirs. Plus de linge dans mes tiroirs. Il y avait tout, moi, changer mon linge de place. Fait que c'est en plein ça. C'est comme ça que ma journée a commencé avec ma femme, qui est ma business partner, qui est là à l'écran, là, qui rit. Puis je l'entendais rire en arrière le matin. Là. Fait que c'est comme ça que mon poisson d'avril a commencé. Fait que si vous vous êtes fait truquer aujourd'hui, quoi que ce soit, là, ben écrivez-moi là, les sites à Instagram ou Facebook. Là, laissez-moi savoir qu'est-ce qui vous est arrivé. Parce que ça, that was my day today. Okay?
That was epic, Carl Boucher. It was epic.
Thank you very much, Mira Boucher, for being involved in that beautiful morning that I have. How's your, what's in your glass, Mira?
I did cook you breakfast after that, right? That was
you did. Absolutely. You
bacon.
did.
Yeah, it was good.
You did.
It's good. So remind me again which Pinot this is.
So we are tasting here Spearhead because this week we are featuring Spearhead Winery out of the Southeast Kelowna, a beautiful small producer who produce probably something like 5,000 cases a year. So not super small garages like style, but very like in a term of scale, small producer. And we are tasting tonight the Golden Retreat Vineyard Pinot Noir, 100% Pinot Noir. This is not from their estate vineyard in Kelowna. This one is from a long-term partner, a grape grower out of Summerland, BC. Nearby, if people know the area a little bit in Summerland, you have the golf course is right down there by the lake, and you have also the I have a blank here, the winery. Anyway, so long story short, near the golf course in Summerland, so beautiful, beautiful, very sought after vineyard. Lots of people would pay lots of money to get grapes from there because it's one of the best vineyards for Pinot Noir. So 100% of the grape comes from that vineyard, and this is a 2018 vintage. So this week, ending tonight, we are featuring Spearhead. Spearhead are passionate about Pinot Noir, and with their winemaker, what they're showing versatility, they're showing diversity in the Pinot Noir grape by producing a single block, single vineyard from their estate vineyard in East Kelowna, the Saddle Block Pinot Noir that we have here as a pre-release. The 2019 hasn't been anywhere on the market yet, so it's part of our pack. We have that Golden Retreat from the grape source from Summerland. So 2 different Pinots with 2 different flavor profile, 2 different texture, and 2 different approach as well. This one here, the Golden Retreat, is a little bit more New World to me, a little bit more fruit forward, a little bit more fruit, a little bit more extraction in there. I would be tempted to pair it with maybe some grilled chicken breast on the barbecue or something a little bigger in food. That's what we've done with the Saddle Block single. There we go. This one is the Golden Retreat. And also they're showing their new 2020 Pinot Noir Rosé that is in pre-release as well. So we have Pinot Noir Rosé, 2 single vineyard Pinot Noir, and also a very unique white Pinot Noir who's been fermented off the skin. So only the run juice was used and fermented. So yeah, it's a super unique and super cool wine with the approach of summer. And right in the spring fever right here, it's the perfect wine, and it's really, really fun. There you go, the white Pinot Noir 2019. There's a few cases left at the winery. They're not going to make any on the 2020 vintage because of last year hailstorm, where they had to put all of their egg in the same basket, meaning that all of the grapes from the Saddle Block vineyard mostly goes to their single block, single vineyard. It was the flagship of the winery, the Saddle Block, so not enough grape for the white Pinot. So next year, 2020, none of it. And they're not sure if they're going to go back to make any after talking to the winery last week. They said because the demand is like there's a huge increase in demand for their Saddle Block Pinot. It's become, like I just mentioned, the flagship of the winery, an iconic wine, an iconic Pinot from the east side of Kelowna. So the grapes from that amazing block of Pinot Noir, the winery goes all into the Saddle Block. So for the foreseeable future, there's no white Pinot who's going to be produced at Spearhead. So we have the last few cases for Carl's Wine Club. So it's pretty cool. The wine has a beautiful texture. The wine has a great deal of acidity. The wine has nice, the stone fruit, but finished like a little bit with ginger and green apples, so a nice zing for the summer. So it's really, really, really great wine. So, but tonight I'm going to taste and review this one, who has been reviewed 93 point by our friend Reese Pender at the Wine Score BC. So we'll see what my perception is versus Reese's perception. But I know for a fact, I tasted that wine a couple of times already, and I know this is a really, really, really good Pinot Noir. And also in our pack this week, we have the Riesling. We have their 2019 Rieslings, and also the people who know me, you know my passion for Chardonnay. You know how I get excited. You know how I get giggly about Chardonnay. But we have here the Clos 95, 100% Chardonnay from their estate vineyard in Kelowna. That Clos 95 is rich, is full body, is a little bit New World in a sense, not completely Napa Valley style where it's really oaky, but no, it's a little bit more, I would say, Sonoma style or maybe Carneros for people who know the California wine region, but I mean a little bit more of zing, a little bit more lime lemon at the end, some nice white flower and nice spice. This Chardonnay was great. I gave it a 92 point. Really pleased, and I was on the verge of the 93 when I tasted it, and really enjoyed that chard. So Grant Stanley, the winemaker at Spearhead, has obviously a huge passion for Pinot Noir. So he shows the diversity, he shows the versatility of the grape, but how we said, people who love Pinot Noir, people like Chardonnay. These two grapes goes hand in hand around the world, not only from Burgundy, but from regions who are great growing region for Pinot Noir, are also for Chardonnay. And this Chard, bim, bang on. I really love it. So this is for our feature of the week, and it's the last day. You order today because now the winery went on vacation. It's not going to be shipped tomorrow. Shipping companies are overload, and it's going to be probably picked up at the winery on Monday. So expect a little delay for people who order earlier this week, who order on Monday, Tuesday, or yesterday. Your order are on the truck now. There was a big pickup at the winery this afternoon, so things are on and going on right now. So yeah, I'm having here the Golden Retreat. So before I move on, because we have a lot of cool stuff to do, Mira and I, I will take the I off the equation. Mira had in mind to do blind tasting. She gets really excited about blind tasting. And I said, you know what? If you're that excited about that, you're not just going to blind taste me. I'm going to blind taste you as well. So if you see some bags behind me, right here, 3 and 4, these are the glass that Mira has. These are the wine Mira have upstairs in her glass. So I have 2 white that I blind taste her. So she has that, and she's blind tasting me on 2 red. So we all have 4 wine each. 2 that I know what the 2 wines are because I picked them up. But there's 1 from Ontario and 1 from BC. And Mira doesn't have a clue which white it is in our glass. And she did the same thing with the red downstairs. So Mira, come back here. I've been talking to myself a little too much here. Oops, I'm hearing the kids. Okay, there you go.
So here's the deal. For the next 5 minutes, if it gets too noisy, tell me, because I'm going to be on mute a lot. The kids are trying to make macaroons. They're trying to make macaroons. So I figured it's a good little activity to keep them occupied. And they watched a YouTube video apparently that said macaroons are not as hard as you think they are. So, okay, try making them. Sounds good. So yeah, I chose 2 reds for Carl, 1 BC, 1 Ontario. And so I'm excited to get to it. What should we do first, the reds or the whites?
We're going to start with the whites, dear. That's the natural progression. But before we jump into that, I would like to give my impression here of the Golden Retreat. Nice red cherry. First, let's start with the nose, okay? I get first. What do you get on the nose, Mira? I'll do exactly what I've done with our people at the restaurant last night when we were doing on our in-person wine dinner with Black Hills. I said, if I put my nose in the glass, I want to hear what you guys smell in that glass.
That's awesome. Oh.
I just spilled some wine on my microphone.
Ooh.
Well, what do you get in there? Okay, I'm going to start myself to give you some idea. I get some red cherries in there.
I was going to say like a cherry tart or something like that.
Yeah, cherry pie. I would say I get a little bit of a Coca-Cola. The cherry Coke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cherry Coke. That's what I get in there.
I can see that. That's true.
I get a little bit of wet fall, like a forest floor. I get that a tiny bit. If I go on a hike in the fall and it's wet out there, I close my eyes. There's that fall smell.
So I was going to say,
a little bit.
It reminds me of like after you put out a campfire, a little bit of that earthy.
Yeah, yeah, tiny bit, but mostly on the red fruit, like red cherry. So and on the palate is the same thing. I think the palate reflect very well the the nose on this wine. There's some raspberry that I get in there, some cherry. It's very long in the mouth. It keeps going and going. I really like that. I know where Reese Pender was going with his 93 points right there, but I will go more on a 92 maybe instead of a 93. I would like maybe hope and expect a little bit more of pep of a spice in the backhand, but the fruit component is awesome. So a little bit more modern than the Saddle Block, has a little bit more length. Beautiful fruit though. Beautiful fruit. Nice texture. So yeah, it's textbook Pinot Noir. Absolutely textbook Pinot Noir. Close your eyes. There's nothing else that can be than Pinot. It's a beautiful. There's a freshness, and a really fresh. A little bit of herbs as well. I would say like rosemary or sagebrush in there that I really, really enjoy. It keeps it really, really fresh. So yeah. Do we have time to do a little bit of the? Do we have time to do a little bit of the chat box before we start tasting, or?
Yeah, sure. Did you see something we didn't catch?
No, but people are telling us what they're drinking tonight. Like Jean Denis drinking a Viognier, 19 Viognier from Connoisseur. Okay, so the Bicicleta Reserva. Yeah, but so if I'm correct, I think Connoisseur is a Chilean wine. So yeah, Viognier from Chile. Interesting. Vicky has a Big Head Red 2016, and after that, she's moving on the 17. Now, wow, which kind of a night are you having, Vicky? Woohoo! I love it.
It's an announcement of a new lockdown night.
Oh yeah. That's what we will talk about a little bit with our people here in Ontario. We want to see some. Yeah, we feel for you guys. It's awful. I was at the restaurant last night doing an in-person wine dinner with Black Hills, and the tweet popped up my phone and like 4 weeks lockdown. I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, it's sorry for you guys. We feel for you, but if you need any wine, you know where to who to listen to, I guess. Stephen Shapiro is drinking Le Vieux Pain. Vila, there you go. Vila 2019. One of a staple from the all across the country, staple in Western Canada. So nice, nice one. Vicky, Chile, yeah, okay. So Derek is drinking Trius Red Icon. So and a bit of Big Head Red Select. Good. Oh, wow, that's a nice selection. I like it. So, just cracked open a 2018 rosé from Times Winery. There you go. Our friends at Times, who's been we love working with people at Times. Yeah.
That's great. Well, I am really excited to get this blind tasting going. Oh, Lynn, you're trying the Road 13 Jackpot Petit Verdot. Oh my goodness, that sounds great. I almost, I won't say. Okay, so the way it happened is Carl didn't know what varietal or wine. He just knows it's a red wine and that there's one Ontario and one BC wine over there. And I just know there's one Ontario white and one Ontario, one BC white up here. And so this is the crazy thing, okay? You can't fool Carl. So I said, Carl, you need to just give each of these a quick sip before we go on, because I don't want one of them to be corked or, something to be really off, right? So just make sure they're all okay. Well, he gives them all a sniff and he says, "Oh, yeah, Cab Franc." He's like, "Oh, yeah, that's Cab Franc." I'm like, "How do you know these things? How do you just take a sniff and you just know it? That's crazy to me." So it's a really unbalanced, it's an unbalanced, unfair little game here because, yeah. But it'll be interesting to see if I can guess which one's which. Oh yeah, vintage of the Road 13. Good question, Vicky. So yeah, how'd it go for you, Carl?
Hey?
How'd it go for you picking the wines?
I did well. I tried to make it easy on you. So I want to tell you there's one from BC and one from Ontario, okay? I just want to help. And they're white. I just want to help Vicky. I just want to help Vicky here. First, Lynn, you're drinking a heck of a great bottle of wine. Hope you're enjoying the complexity of that Petit Verdot. Really, really good. And Vicky, to answer your question, it's a 2013 vintage for the Petit Verdot. It was in the collector pack that Lynn got last week from Road 13. So I'm glad that you're trying the PV because, well, PV is just so unique when it's made on its own. And what's really, really impressive with that Road 13 PV, there's still freshness in there. The pepper is great. But there's a great deal of dirt, of earthiness in there. So yeah, I'm super happy for you, Lynn. Hope you're having a lot of fun. And make sure you give it some big swirl. You want to fill this wine with oxygen. And so it's going to develop a lot. And don't be in the rush. This wine will evolve all night long. So yeah. And you're in Calgary. You're like 10 minutes from my house. I might swing by after the show. Now, so there you go. So here we are ready for blind tasting. We're going to start you off with the white, Mira. So it's a single grape varietal, okay? I didn't choose any blend. Both wine are on the same grape, okay? So what you have to find out, it's which grape is it? And if if number 3 is from Ontario or number 4 is from Ontario, which one is in Ontario, which one is from BC? I'll get back to Lynn here you saved me a glass. Yeah, right. So yeah, okay. Mira, are you good with that?
Yeah, that sounds good. So I don't know. I'll just tell you what I think I know and we'll go from there. Okay, so the nose on this one, let's see. I don't know if I got, I've had 3 wines now in an hour, so I don't know if I'm getting like a little bit of fatigue. But it's very light floral, I would say. Okay. Interesting. So I would guess a Chardonnay. No, I can't guess yet. No.
Oh, you can, but no, it's not Chardonnay. First and foremost, what I want to hear from you, which one would you say you enjoyed the most, all of the 2?
Okay, one sec. So I just did that first one, number 3. Okay, I did number 3. And all I know about that is it's pretty light and floral. Okay. A little bit of aromatic there.
Just for our friends here in Instagram, Mira is my co-host. She's my business partner, aka my wife. So we're doing blind tasting. I'm blending her on 2 white wine right now, and she's doing the same. I have 2 red that I don't know what it is. So if you also want to follow, we're on our Facebook page, so you can see both of us on the screen. So just so you know, so that's just tasting 3 and wine 4. One is from BC, one is from Ontario. And both are same grape varietal. Okay, she doesn't know yet. She haven't made her call on which varietal. Which one do you like the most first?
So I'll tell you. Okay, so number 4. The thing about number 4 is just it's more punchy and it has more acidity. Sorry, the kids here are loud. Oh, they're rollerblading. Jeez.
We lost control of our house. So the kids are making macaroon. Yeah, and by the way, they're 4, 6, and 10, and 12. Yeah, they're making macaroons, and they're rollerblading in the house. Is anyone ever tell our kids that you never cook in rollerblade? That's not the right thing to do.
Sorry, I had to tell them to go be quieter. So Steven Shapiro's on YouTube. We have a new YouTube channel, and we're gonna start clipping some of these lives into the parts where I spook Carl and he jumps 3 feet in the air, or we break a bottle.
Funny.
We'll put those on YouTube more and more. So thanks, Steven, for being on YouTube with us. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so
everyone you see it, like, hey, Carl's Wine Club on YouTube. So we want it to be the best next thing out there. Okay, so go check out our YouTube channel. We're gonna make some pretty cool stuff in there. Interviews. I'm gonna have the Rising Star shows coming up next week as well. So yeah.
Yeah, the blooper reel, right, Derek? Yeah.
Blooper reel. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. Always involving Carl. So let's get back to your blind tasting. Which one do you like most?
So the one that I like the most is 4. It's more zippy and more minerality, which I really like, and a little bit more like you're drinking. Like there's just a bit more lime in there. I don't know. I like that. This is great too. They are just so totally different.
They are.
They're so different. Okay. So I'm going to guess 4 is BC and 3 is Ontario.
Okay, but you get that part right.
Okay, but then I don't know the grapes. So you said not Chardonnay.
No, it's not Chardonnay.
And I get it now. Now that I've had 4 it definitely wasn't a Chardonnay.
Well, and it's fun. I like it that you get the region first, because I just want to mention a few things about that. So you can I don't know if you notice, but there's more. There's a little bit more texture in the BC in the BC one. The one from Ontario is more, to me, is more pinpoint.
So are you telling me I got the provinces right?
Yeah. No, you got the province right.
Yeah. See?
Derek is helping you here, and he's saying Riesling, and I say no. Okay. Okay. This is not Riesling. So now you go, like we're narrowing down to different things. So this is not Riesling. It's not it's not Chardonnay.
It's not the Sigaribi we tried the other day, is it?
No, it's not the Sigaribi. Sigaribi is a little bit more aromatic than that. So
I don't know. Now I'm going to just start naming white wines. Is it a Viognier?
It's not. No, Viognier is way bigger, way fatter than that. Okay. The Viognier number 3. If number 3, there's no way with that texture. It's a leaner texture. So now, now I'm gonna give you a hint. Okay. If I say Loire Valley.
I don't know international wines. I only know.
If I say New Zealand. If I say New Zealand. Derek, you're on to something with the grass smell. You're on. There you go. Stephen got it.
Pinot Gris. Yeah.
No. New Zealand. No, New Zealand. You remember the movie we watched? Let's say.
I know, but I can't remember what the grape was. I don't pay attention to these things like you do.
Yeah, but what the heck were you paying attention to? I'm just joking. You're doing a great job.
And
Look.
Blanc. Okay, Vicky. So Blanc.
There you go. Sauvignon Blanc. That's what we have. Is it Sauvignon Blanc? It is Sauvignon Blanc. There you go. Yeah, awesome. You got it.
Awesome. Okay, well, so now will we do the reveal of like what they actually are? You gonna pull it out of the bottles there? Show us the bottles?
I'm not gonna pull it out of the bottle though, because it's gonna be very wet in the office. So we'll keep it in the
pull it out of the bag. There's a bag there. Okay, so number 3 is the Ontario one. Ontario Sauvignon, right? So what winery? Like what? Oh, you're killing us, Carl. I can't see a thing. Yeah, Derek's saying guess the winery. Yeah, fat chance. I can't see it. Is that Ferox?
See it? Yeah, it's Ferox.
Ah, okay. There you go.
Fabian Rice Sauvignon Blanc 2017 vintage. This is their 4 Mile Creek, the 4 Mile Creek VQA appellation. So I truly believe that wine is a super fantastic Sauvignon Blanc. I really like it, and you nailed it on the lime side, Mira Boucher. I love the beautiful lime profile of it. Derek got it with the grass. That's what I wanted to tell you as an hint in there on the nose. The grassiness is beautiful, but not grassy New Zealand though. It's very different.
The BC one is more grassy to me. The Ontario one, yeah, there is some grassiness too. Like fresh smoked lawn.
And there's a lime, like a lime juice that just absolutely burst out of the glass. So very, very warm. It's a premium. It's premium Sauvignon Blanc here though.
So here's the problem. I had been drinking and I had just sipped the Pinot Noir. After that, I tried the Ferox one. And now that I try it again, my palate like cleaned up, right? Now I try it again. I get so many more flavors. It's really interesting.
Absolutely. There's a lot of subtlety in there. It's not a wine where everything is obvious. I think in wine number 4, things are more obvious. It's more out there, easygoing. And I would even say that maybe I suggest that there may be a little bit of oak in there, like it's rounder. The grapes are riper too. There's the more ripeness in the number 4. And number 4 is
can't see. And Derek, you need to tell us what a bacalao is. Bacalao. I don't know. He said he's having that for Easter. I don't know what that is. So what does that say?
Screaming Frenzy.
Screaming Frenzy. Oh, cool. So
this is Screaming Frenzy Sauvignon Blanc. This Screaming Frenzy is from Kelowna. On the West Kelowna Trail is the second label of Black Swift. So Black Swift is well known for Shiraz and also Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. The Screaming Frenzy is their, let's say, more affordable brand. So, okay. Yeah, I get a lot of gooseberry in there too.
Nice. So Derek's saying it would go well with his bacalao, which we find out now it's a salted cod baked dish. Okay. So thank you for that. We'll have to check that out, Derek, because maybe it's something new to try. Now we have 2 bottles of this Sauv Blanc open, so maybe that's what.
You know what? I think the nose is more obvious on the Screaming Frenzy number 4. The Sauvignon Blanc nose was more obvious, easier to find than the number 3. Number 3 was a little bit, the Ferox was a little bit more muted on the nose, I would say. But yeah, I like the finesse of number 3 way more than the number 4.
It's a lot more subtle. So that's why I said, like, after I had the Pinot Noir, I went straight to this, and it was almost like muted. Like I was like, oh, I'm not getting much out of it. But when I revisited it, it's like, wow, there's a lot of interesting stuff there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's more finesse, there's more subtlety, and I think it gets deeper on the length side. I think that number 4, the Screaming Frenzy is more in your face. It's like, here we go. You got a Sauvignon Blanc. That's what you expect. That's what it is. Don't ask any question. Boom, you got it. But I think, yeah, I'm a big fan of the Ferox wine, to be honest. Big fan right now.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're lovely. What's the price points on those? Do you know?
I would say the Screaming Frenzy is probably around the $22. The Ferox, to my opinion, will be more expensive. I can click here and to check here. I will let you know because I have it open. But yeah, I'm expecting a higher price point with Ferox. I would say I won't be surprised if it's a $30 if it's a $30 Sauvignon Blanc. To be honest.
Nice. Well, so who is it saying? Never drink white wine after red. That's Ken. See, this is the benefit, though. I don't know much about this stuff, Ken. So it's good because we're all about making wine not pretentious, right? So you can't really get more or less experienced with wine than me. I started drinking wine seriously at the start of the pandemic. So it's kind of good because if you ever wondered about something, I'll probably end up asking it or making that mistake for you. So yeah, I'm learned the lesson. I won't be drinking the whites after a red. I'll take a little break first.
Well, yeah, you know what? It's to me, it's a little bit overstated. Yeah, yes, I agree. I agree with Ken. But you know what? It is what it is. But yeah, no, I think the Ferox Sauvignon Blanc is there's a finesse in there. It's really, really, really cool.
Yeah, awesome. So people have told us sort of the pricing and what they got that Ferox for. That's great. And Ontario wines include the tax. BC wines don't. So sometimes it appears like they're a little bit more, but they're not necessarily. So that's interesting to know. And what else? Who is asking? Jean Denis is saying, "What is my rating?" Okay. So my rating,
JD, you went a little, I agree with you, JD. That was my next question to Mira. We need to know our rating.
It's become a little bit of a thing now. So, okay. So my rating is just, do I like it or not? I like both of them. I think they're both enjoyable. Okay. And then the next question is, how many glasses would I drink? Assuming there's about 5 glasses in a bottle, right? There's only been one wine so far that's been a full bottle plus kind of wine. And Carl, just while Vicky's asking,
yes, the answer is yes. Yes, yeah. 2019 vintage.
Okay, so I would say the Ferox is a really smooth kind of wine that I could drink at least 3 glasses of.
Whoa, so now we're having Mira here. I'm just talking to Instagram that Mira is rating the wine right now on the Mira scale, and she's at 3 glasses. So,
Sunday, are you asking me to rate it in French? Okay, and then the $16.99. Okay, it's good to know the price kind of when you think about this stuff too, because yeah, you don't think of like $100 wine you have different expectations of, right?
So at $17, let's put that with tax and everything, it's a $20. So we have a $20 versus a $35. And I totally agree with you, Mira, that now the expectation has to be modified. I think the expectation has to be modified, bringing the price point in the conversation now. It means a lot. So knowing that you pay 20 for the Screaming Frenzy and 35 for the Ferox, what is your opinion now?
So I get what you mean with this one being a little more like it's bolder in that. And so I don't think I'd be able to drink as many glasses of this one without saying, okay, that's it's like eating a really good cake. But if it's too many slices of it, it's like you don't want to. So I'd say maybe 2 for this one and 3 for this one for the Ferox. Okay. That's about where I stand. And I think I'm like you, Carl. I don't give too many kind of like you have only given one over 95, maybe a couple at 90.
I have over 95. Yes, only one this year. So, but a few of them were 95 on the dot because I went over 95 just once. I had maybe 4 or 5 at 95. 94, I had a bunch, 93 as well, but yeah.
Nice.
So to me, what I would say, and knowing the price in there, even then at $35, the Ferox is a bit expensive but it's a very high quality Sauv Blanc. This is, to me, a 92 point Sauvignon Blanc, because there's finesse in there. This is not the cheap Chilean Sauvignon Blanc or the cheap New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc where it's easy. There's a lot of grass, but no, it's not that at all. There's a lot of finesse in there. And it makes me think a lot. And I just look here, and I have 167 cases. So there's 167 cases of that made. So very small batch of wine. And also there's 4 years of age. Many Sauvignon Blanc on the market will be past their primes at 4 years old. This wine is shining right now. There's a beautiful lime. So yes, I'm giving it a 92 points. And if I switch on the other side, even at the low price of the Screaming Frenzy, it's good. But I'm more at the 88, 89 points. It's too much in my face. Does it sound weird? It's too Sauvignon Blanc for me, in a sense that, yeah, there's a purity of the fruit, but I think there's too much extraction. It's a good wine. Don't get me wrong. It's an honest wine. At that price, it's a good summer sipper. If you love Sauvignon Blanc, if you love the flavors, if you love the profile of Sauvignon Blanc, you're a die-hard. Doesn't matter where the Sauv Blanc come from. I love the profile of the grapes. This is for you. You'll like it. The price is right. It's very well priced. It's built honestly. It's just not necessarily my cup of tea personally. First and foremost, I'm not a huge fan of Sauvignon Blanc from the get-go. So it's hard for me to be more objective. This one is well made, but a little too Sauvignon Blanc for me. So even if it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, that's a
honest opinion. There you go.
Yeah.
And for me, it's at least a few glasses of each one. So that's great. All right. So let's get to your reds, Carl. Let's see that.
Man,
so he took one sniff. He guessed the grape. So he already guessed the grape. So now tell me what other things.
I just wanted to recap with the people here, like when I got my nose in there earlier, when I got my nose in there earlier, that was that dark chocolate who came out that jumped out of the glass the first thing. So I switched glass, and I said, and there was a.
So which one are you talking about? 3 or 4?
No, I have one or two. I have one or two.
You have 1 and 2. Okay, so which one are you talking about?
So I would say number 1 is a little. I'll taste them. Okay, if you give me a second, I'll taste both.
Have you guys ever done blind tastings? Put in the comments if you've done blind tastings before and what was the best blind tasting you've done. They're kind of fun. They're actually really fun. You learn a lot. I will probably never forget, Derek, that Sauv Blanc has a grassy nose.
So I'm torn here for one thing. I think the number one has the BC concentration. It's really tightly knit, and a little bit more body. The number 2 though is not as dense, but the number 1 has the leg. So I need a few seconds here to think, okay? Yeah, the number 1 is definitely more the classic pure Cab Franc that I know, a little bit more BC style, and the number 2 is a little bit more not fun, a little bit more funky, I would say. So I will go with 1 BC, 2 Ontario.
Yeah, So, okay, so 1 BC, 2 Ontario. That's what you think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I actually have to double check, but I'm pretty sure you're bang on.
Yeah, to me, it's more because I know the Cab Franc more from BC, and it's pure. It's more pure to me. When I'm tasting on one, I taste BC profile, and I taste a little bit more. It's a little funkier on the number 2 that I'm not used to, so I go with Ontario.
Yeah. So 2 is Ontario. You're bang on. You got it. So you got the varietal right off the bat. You've got the provinces right off the bat, and I got the provinces right off the bat too. I think that it's a huge difference, isn't it? Like, it's pretty stark, and I get it off these reds too. If I forget which one's which, it's really easy to tell now. Yeah.
One thing is surprised. Then one thing that I like with the Ontario wine, though, there's the grip. There's a really nice grip, grippier than the BC. And the BC is a little juicier. There's more fruit. There's more weight. Then there's more concentration on the BC Cab Franc. The Ontario, I like the tannin. The tannin pull me. It's really, really interesting.
Is there such a thing, Carl, as a little bit of mint on the nose?
Hey?
Is there such a thing as a little bit of mint on the
Absolutely.
nose? Because I'm getting that in this number 1 one.
Absolutely. Now, with number 1, let's see. I will try to find the region, though. And I would say, to me, I would go with the central, like between Summerland and Okanagan Fall. I'm not going all the way down to Osoyoos, though. I would say Osoyoos will be a little heavier, a little spicier. So I would do, number 1. I would say probably OK Falls or Penticton. Either Penticton, Summerland, or Okanagan Falls, right down the middle. Not Osoyoos, Oliver Osoyoos.
So I'd have to do more research. But it says Okanagan Valley VQA. So
no, I know, but what's the if you look at which producer, it will be easier to figure it out.
I think they have vineyards all over. That's a big hint for you. So Stephen's saying that mint might be a little bit of eucalyptus. I get it.
And you get that a lot in Cab Sauv as well. So, and because I don't have that the same understanding of the Niagara region, I'm not going to bullshit, and I'm not going to try to throw a region, all of that. But if it's what I think, I would say it's maybe the 4 Mile Creek for the Casaba 4 Mile Creeks, maybe. That might be one of the no. Hey, Ceddy, how's it going, Cedric?
Okay, so it's not Casaba. I don't know about this 4 Mile Creek. Okay, so hang on.
But no, you know what? If it was,
it's not 4 Mile Creek.
Yeah, because that's what I say. If it was 4 Mile Creek, so it might be a little bit more dense and concentrated, because 4 Mile Creek is the warmest, really, really warm. It's maybe more Vineland or something like that.
I think this one is a very rare subregion, but it's VQA for that subregion. So it's
Lake Shore.
So I'll just tell you, it's VQA 20 Mile Bench.
So here is our, this is the, our blind tasting session that we've done here. So obviously we can be way more pinpoint. We can be more sophisticated. We can be more, there's way more we can do. But guess what? The whole purpose of the club is not to be professional. It's not to be we're just making it fun, and it's something that Mira wanted to do, and it's awesome. I'm glad that that we've done it. We'll do it again, that's for sure. It's great to compare these fun wine side by side, two of our great wine region. Side by side, it's great to taste some wines from the bench in Naramata, or from the bench on Niagara. So these regions are similar but so different, produce some similar wine but so different. So that it's so great to do that. Tips of the hat to Ferox Sauvignon Blanc here tonight. It's really great. And if I have, while I'm at it, when I'm used to do it, I will rate these two wines, even not knowing which winery they are and which exactly which where the grapes are coming from, outside of the big region. But I would say the Ontario wine is really unique in the sense that there's a bit of a Loire Valley style in there. There's a lot of old world, I would say, compared to what I got from BC. It's like purely new world. Dark fruit extraction, dark chocolate, richer, denser, but the length of the wine from Ontario is pretty cool. There's a lighter body, but a nice grip. Like if you like tannic wine, this is a beautiful tannin and last long. There's a lot of earthiness as well. There's a little bit of mushroom duxelle that I found out, like maybe like the morel mushroom is coming out of that. So yeah, and there's blueberry on the nose. That's what I get. Yeah, like there's a lot of blueberry on the nose here.
Hey, now that you say blueberry, I see it too. That's hilarious. Okay, so if I had to ask you the prices, what would you pinpoint for 1 and 2? I haven't looked these up myself, so we'll have to see how close you get.
Okay, yeah, I'll do the price, and after that, I would like to know from where. I would say that the Ontario wine is more expensive than the BC wine. I will put the Ontario price point near the $30, and the BC price point near the $25.
I have no idea. Derek's saying the Cab Franc 35. Okay, we'll have to start getting prizes. So if people get it right,
How about you tell us what it is so we can start doing the research?
Okay, so where is number 1? Well, number 1 is here. Okay, number 1. Wait a second. Did I mix these up? Number 1. 1 sec. You said number 2 was Ontario, right?
Yeah.
Yep. No, we got it right. Okay. So number 1 was Summerhill Pyramid Winery. It was a 2017 organic Cab Franc.
Yeah, and you know what? Can I tell you one thing? 100% of the grape are from their vineyard in Okanagan Falls, so it was bang on the where the grapes are coming from.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, 100%.
So it just says Okanagan Valley VQA because maybe OK Falls is not its own area yet.
Yeah, but it's not just only the wine. The grapes are there. They have not been pressed there, and there may be a little bit of a top up with their own vineyard grape in Kelowna. So
nice. Well, number 2. Okay, you ready for this? So this is the Ontario one, and you said probably around 25.
I said over 30. I said 25 for the BC wine.
Okay, sorry. And then you said over 30?
Over 30 for the Ontario.
Wrote it down so I keep it straight. Okay. So
okay. Good one.
They're the same vintage, which I thought was kind of fun. Right? Okay. One Ontario. And so 2017 Cab Franc Cuvée Madeleine.
Yeah.
20 mile bench CQA.
It's Pearl Morisette. So Pearl Morisette, that's good. And I'm extremely impressed with the length of that wine. To be honest with you, this is the highest. This is the highly rated, my most highly rated wine tonight.
Which one?
The Cap Franc from Père Morissette. This is a 93 points to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because of the length. The length is going so long, and the tannin is just not stopping to grip you. There's a heck of a finish on that wine.
That's actually really true. That grip. Yeah. Yeah, and it's so different. They're so different. Yeah, if I smell them, it's like I can now tell the difference between BC and Ontario wines. They're both good, but there's totally different.
Wow, the grip is absolutely exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, that's fascinating. Now I have to go research and see how far you were from the actual price points with your guests. So.
yeah, go check that out, because now what time do we have? It's 6 o'clock, so that's pretty cool. I would say a big shout out to the Ontario wine tonight. But guess what? The boat that we picked from Ontario were on the high end bracket though. So that's something we need to be careful next time to pick the same price category, but not to pick the same price category. But it's important to mention, because the BC, the Pyramid, the Summerhill Cap Franc is a $25. It's under 25 or under Cap Franc. So it's not in the same category than the Père Morissette. And now that I know that it's Père Morissette, it's probably more like $35 to $40. Different bracket of price, who brings a completely different quality of the wine. This is incredible finesse in there, in the Père Morissette wine. An incredible finesse. The length and the finish, it's wow. But if you like something juicy, something more affordable for a Tuesday night pizza, there you go. Père Morissette at 58. Okay. That's their flagship wine. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a big difference in price here. So obviously the BC wine get crushed on the quality, is getting crushed on, but also on the price point, right? So the purpose of each wine is completely different. The BC Summerhill, it's more the Tuesday pizza wine, and that Père Morissette here, we're talking about a great dinner with friend. Did you hear what I said? Dinner with friend. Ha ha. Funny, girl.
You can't do that. I don't know. I disagree, because didn't we have the Cab Franc with the short rib at our dinner?
Yeah. But
didn't we? And it was outstanding.
No. The Cab Franc was not on the menu at our dinner, but we had a bottle. We had a bottle. So it's different. But what you got in your glass is completely different, in a completely different situation here. We're having a really like a collector, almost a collector wine on the Père Morissette, and I'm curious, like the winemaking will be way crazier than what we get into the line of the Summerhill. Is their line that they produce 1,000 bottle of it, or more, 2,000 bottle. This is an everyday drinking. This Père Morissette is really, that is it.
I think we're looking at 30 versus 58 or so as the pricing. So it's almost double the price. So like you said, they're made for different kinds of things. Yeah. If you want to know my Mira scale on these ones.
We all want to know your Mira scale.
Okay, so this one is the Summerhill Cap Franc from BC. That's an easy 3 glasses. It's such a nice wine it's just, it's grippy, but I feel like I could enjoy it for a long, with food. It's very versatile, that kind of thing. This one, the Père Morissette, it's very nice, but And I probably still go 2, 3, 4 glasses. It's just so different than what we're used to lately. Because I've been having a lot of BC wine.
Well, that's the thing, right? And to me, it was a really easy call which one was BC, which one was Ontario because of the style. It's bigger, juicier, bigger in fruit.
Oh my gosh, the Pearl Noisette has just so much more complexity.
Oh yeah, the finesse,
so much going on there.
Oh yeah. Like I said, these are different style of wine at the opposite of the spectrum. So yeah, I gave 90 points for the BC Cab Franc, and I think I'm bang on my. I need to go back to my first rating, but I'm fairly sure that I gave it a 89 or 90 points the first time that I tasted. So I'm fairly consistent on that. To me, it's a great it's a good everyday drinking Cabernet Franc. But if I want the purity of the fruit and an incredible finesse and complexity, this wine is fucking awesome. Like, wow. Yeah. Whoops. Sorry for my language. Like, it's really, really impressive. So yeah.
It's very special. Interesting. Wow, that was fascinating. See, this is a really cool way to learn and study wine.
There you go. So I had a lot of fun too. It's really cool to do that, and I hope everyone is enjoying as well what we're doing. If you guys have suggestion, please get your suggestion. If you want to do it differently, if you guys want us to put a package together to do a countrywide blind tasting or something like that, I don't know. We can figure something out, but it can be something cool. But yeah.
It can be cool. And the other thing, I mean, that's one of the things we've talked about. We've brainstormed ideas. I think it's fascinating to learn about wine when you have them open side by side like that. You really see the differences, right?
Hey, by the way, let's tell our people that we're getting closer and closer to talk more publicly about our wine trip. I had a long phone call with the tour company yesterday, and they contacted a few key wineries. Obviously, it's all depending now on restriction and all the COVID, the new how you call that, the
variants,
variants and the new strains are going to develop. But if things goes down and if things open up, that trip is going to happen at the end of September, and our guys told us that it should be around the $2,000 per person. So,
and that would be including a bunch of really
it would be including everything but the airfare. So,
but the airfare. So accommodations, you think? Like, are we going to stay at cool wineries?
Yeah, no, it's going to be mostly at the Delta Grand in Kelowna and at the Marriott Delta Grand, but the base will be at Spirit Ridge in Osoyoos.
Oh, that's a beauty. Osoyoos is incredible. I am so excited for that because I think there's so many. So Stephen's asking, where's the trip to? It's to BC for the first one, right?
This year would be BC, and next year 2022 will be Niagara. So that's our plan.
Xavier says a night in the vines as an option. I like it. Well, this is the cool thing.
The problem is it will be late September. So late September, there's a lot of variation in the temperature. So anyway, if anyone wants to sleep outside, they're more than welcome. But you'll find me in my hotel room in my bed. That is for freaking sure.
So, but the amazing thing is when you do this as a club, you get access to experiences you otherwise wouldn't really have access to.
And what we're talking about blending session. We're gonna do like the club blend. We're gonna build our wine for the next year. We're gonna do a winemaker dinner. We're gonna do dinner in the vineyard. So we already have a
sort of behind the scenes stuff that you wouldn't normally
have
access to if you just book a little tasting, on the website or whatever, right? So it's gonna be pretty epic.
J'aimerais dire un petit bonjour à tout le monde, un gros merci à tout le monde. Mira, if you give me a couple minutes here to wrap this up in French before we finish in English. Mais je voulais dire un gros merci. J'aimerais récapituler un petit peu avec tout notre beau monde ici que je sais qu'on ne traduit pas souvent en français. Je continue en anglais pas mal longtemps. Mais j'aimerais juste vous donner un petit aperçu de qu'est-ce qui vient de se passer pour ceux-là qui ont manqué quelques bouts. On a fait une dégustation à l'aveugle, moi puis Mira. Mira a choisi 2 rouges qui étaient de la même sorte de raisin, mais une bouteille de BC, une bouteille de l'Ontario. J'ai fait la même chose avec le blanc qui était du même raisin, mais une bouteille d'Ontario, une bouteille de BC. Mira n'a pas été capable de trouver la sorte de raisin, mais elle a trouvé lequel vin qui venait du BC, lequel vin qui venait de l'Ontario. Donc, on avait nos 2 blancs. C'était du Sauvignon blanc que j'ai choisi pour Mira. C'était le Screaming Frenzy de BC qui est de Kelowna. Et il y avait le Ferox Sauvignon blanc dans l'Ontario, c'est Niagara-on-the-Lake. Donc, c'est nos 2 bouteilles de Sauvignon blanc. Mira a trouvé l'Ontario, a trouvé et puis les prix, je les ai aussi cotés, je les ai donné leur rating. 92 points pour le Ferox, qui est un Sauvignon blanc fantastique, vraiment, vraiment beau, de la finesse, de la longueur, une acidité. C'est du 2017 Sauvignon blanc, c'est très impressionnant. En pleine expansion présentement. Le 2019 Screaming Frenzy, c'est un vin d'un petit peu plus de tous les jours. C'est un vin à 20 $. J'ai donné 88 points. C'est rien pour me jeter à terre, mais quelque chose de très, très bien fait. C'est très Sauvignon blanc. Il n'y a pas de doute là-dessus. Donc, ça, c'était pour nos blancs. Ensuite, en rouge, Mira a fait une sélection de Cabernet Franc que j'ai trouvé le raisin seulement qu'on est. C'est un petit peu, c'était quand même très, pour moi, c'était sans aucun doute du Cabernet Franc. C'était aussi assez évident de trouver la bouteille de BC, la bouteille de l'Ontario. Le BC, c'est une bouteille de Summerhill Pyramide, un prix de 26-27 $, qui était très typique Cabernet Franc du BC. Avant de savoir, j'ai été capable de mentionner que les raisins venaient d'Okanagan Falls. C'était pas aussi évident c'était pas aussi pesant que les Cabernet Franc d'Osoyus, mais qui avait quand même une pesanteur et une densité de fruits qui était très, très typique. Le Cabernet Franc de l'Ontario, qui est du 20 Mile Bench, qui était fait par Pearl Morissette. C'est un vin qui est absolument incroyable. Je vous dirais que c'est un vin que j'ai donné 93 points, qui a une complexité, un fini qui est unique. C'est fantastique. J'aimerais dire un beau bonjour à mon garçon Gabriel. Bonjour, Gabriel. Ça, c'est ma récapitulation de mon tasting, de notre tasting à l'aveugle, notre dégustation à l'aveugle. Je t'aime, je t'aime!
Are you getting tired?
C'est ma récapitulation de notre dégustation à l'aveugle en français. Une belle idée de Mira et puis des choses qu'on va refaire plus souvent. Donc, je voulais vous remercier d'être avec nous autres tous les semaines. C'est toujours un plaisir de faire des belles choses en français avec vous autres. Mira, what do you think? It was fun, eh?
Yes, it was. It was a lot of fun. And the boys are just telling me that what were you trying to make? The macaroons did not go quite as planned.
No?
No, they need some help.
I wonder why. I told them macaroni is pretty hard to make from the get-go. And Josh said, no, I watched the YouTube video. It's easy. Okay. It's like that generation. No. YouTube said it. So it's true, right? If YouTube said it's easy, it's easy. Why would you argue with that? YouTube said it. So
I know. I said, I think we need some special equipment to make macaroons. Like, I think you need some special silicone sheets and some kind of this and that. And they're like, no. You're being too pretentious, Mom. It's easy to make macaroons. So,
exactly. YouTube said it. YouTube said it. Okay, so
but it's true. Derek says the only way to learn to bake is just try it. Just like the only way to learn about wines is to just try them. right?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. So, well, thank you. Let's wrap this up by reminding our people that Spearhead Winery, it's our feature this week, ending at 8 o'clock tonight, 8 o'clock Mountain Time. So you have a few more hours to take advantage of that super cool Pinot Noir offer. 2 single vineyard Pinot Noir. One of these 2 single vineyard is single block, pre-release. No one have access to it in the country. A white Pinot Noir, something really, really unique in the winemaking's perspective. So in the last vintage of it, so there's just a few cases left. We also offer a Pinot Noir Rosé, pre-release as well. The rosé is not available anywhere, not even on their website. Carl's Wine Club pre-release. So this 2 single vineyard, 1 white, 1 rosé, all Pinot Noir, and add to it a bottle of outstanding Chardonnay, Clos 95 from Spearhead, 2018 vintage. Beautiful bottle of Chard and a bottle of Riesling. Beautiful aromatic, bone dry, typical Kelowna acidity. So great wine pack here, and there's a good shipping discount as well for all the provinces selected.
So Jean Denis is asking, what about the next few weeks for the club? So yes, next week. What's happening next week, Carl?
Okay. Fine. I was supposed to talk about that.
Thanks, Jean Denis.
JD, you should be working with me. Jesus Christ.
No, this is perfect, Jean Denis, because actually Carl was supposed to, we almost said we would try some of the wines from next week.
Yeah, I know, but
then we got a little bit of, we saw a squirrel and we said, let's do a blind tasting. So that's what happened. But
yeah.
What are some of the wines from next week, Carl?
Next week, we're featuring Single Tree. So Single Tree is a fascinating story because it's a winery out of the Fraser Valley, but they have 2 locations. They're located in the Fraser Valley. They're using their estate fruit in the Fraser Valley, but they also in the Ramada. They have 2 wineries. So Naramata Bench in Penticton, where they grow their estate Merlot, estate Cabernet Sauvignon, estate Malbec, and they have their Fraser Valley winery where they grow Sijiribi, they grow Pinot Gris, and all of the aromatic grapes. So what do we have for you guys next week? I think it's for $140 pack. So a more affordable, but bang on the price. We have a Pinot Gris. We have a Sijiribi sparkling that I think I gave it a 92 points when I tasted it in December. It is a stunning Frizzante sparkling wine. And the Sijiribi, still white wine. It was floral, fresh. It's spring. So we have 2 Sijiribi, 1 sparkling, one still white, and 1 Pinot Gris. And on the red side, you got a Malbec, 100% estate grown on the Naramata Bench Malbec. They produced 72 cases of it. 72 cases produced at all. So 2018 Malbec, 2014 Harness. Their Harness is their flagship wine, 2014 vintage, 50-50 split Merlot Cab Sauv. So super cool wine as well. 92 points or 92 points, John Schreiner. I think it's Schreiner. Also, and the last one is their Merlot, 2017 Merlot. So we have a 14, 17, and 18, 3 beautiful years. Their Merlot, I tasted it as well. It's one of the most beautiful $25 Merlot that I've tasted in a long time. All Naramata Bench fruit as well. So we have 3 white from the Fraser Valley, 3 reds from the bench in Penticton, Naramata. So that's coming next week. After that, we are going to do, it's Pearl, right? Yeah, Pearl.
I'd have to double check, yeah.
It's Pearl Morissette. The reason, and that's funny that Mira picked Pearl Morissette as a blind tasting tonight because I had the wine unboxed I had to try some of their wines because we're doing a 3-pack and 6-pack, a 2-option in 2 weeks as a collector offer. So we do 2 Chardonnays, a Méritage, a Cab Franc, a Gamay, and this is a Riesling. So we have a 3-pack and a 6-pack from Pearl Morissette as our collector offer coming up in 2 weeks. So Jean-Denis, I like JD because JD's planning his purchase in advance. Jean-Denis est en train de planifier ses achats à l'avance, donc j'aime bien ça. Exactly. I think you had a very, very good point here, Stephen Shapiro, comparing the Single Tree to Township 7, where they do wine from either Langley and the bench. So same concept here, but it's absolutely it's so good to see the two style of wine coming out of the same winemaker, family owned, small batch wine. So really cool. So I'm super excited, Debbie. What it's fun when you deal with small family owned wine. You deal with the farmer. Hey Mira, it's hard now to connect with Debbie because she is the owner. She walks the vineyard. She do the pruning. She has to deal with the VQA, having her wine approved by the VQA, going to drop off the bottle at the lab. And now she got the phone call from the BC Health Services, say the BC Interior, about the restrictions. She had to deal with all of that and try to open their tasting room in their Anyway, it's so different when you deal with small family-owned and operated business than when you go deal with the big corporation. And so yeah, it's such a pleasure to feature Single Tree Wine because I think they make some great wine at a great price. So,
and how many cases for one of the wines?
There's 72 cases for the Malbec.
How many?
72 cases.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's a fun story. Let me tell you the story about the Malbec. We were supposed to feature Single Tree last week, okay, when we had that fiasco with Code Road 13. Anyway, long story short, oops, sorry. Anyway, but Debbie called me and said, Carl, I'm sorry. The VQA has pushed back because she was waiting for the VQA to approve her wine. And because it's a small family owned, she had to rush to drive the bottle for a second, just to make sure that the VQA approved the Malbec on time for us to feature it. And she received the approval from the VQA on Monday. So we were still blind, are we going to be able to feature the Malbec? And she got the answer on Monday that the VQA was approving the whole list of criteria. Anyway, so we have the Malbec this week, about next week available, but 72 cases produced. It's a super gem to be working with. So I'm super excited. Anything else? Any question, concern before I go clean up the mess upstairs?
Yes, there's a little bit of a baking situation up here. We'll have to try making macarons again soon.
Okay.
But yeah, fantastic. It's so great to connect with you guys. Thank you so much for your time. And I hope you had fun like we did. And I look forward to the next one.
And this is not wine, by the way, it's grape juice. So
okay.
Before my mom calls and say, I saw you drinking on the screen.
Yeah, Carl tastes. He doesn't drink on screen.
Okay. Hey, do you want to say bye to everyone?
I do drink, so it gets a little bit dangerous if I'm also the technical side. But so far it's all right.
on Mira's name, on Gabby's behalf, we would like to say thank you to everyone. You guys
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Have a good long weekend. Stay safe. Stay home.
Yeah. So it's kind of fun in our house. We celebrate Easter twice. Carl is Catholic and I am Orthodox. So we got Easter this weekend, then we do it again in a month. All right.
Okay.
The kids get lots of Easter egg hunts. It's good that way.
There you go. So you guys, you have a great Easter. Enjoy your time. And we'll be in touch next week. And get on your inbox this weekend for the single tree offer coming your way.
Cheers.
Facebook. Cheers. Thank you, Facebook, Instagram. Bye-bye to everyone. We like you. Thanks for supporting us. We'll see you next time.